Catrice Badea and I'm from BSIS 1. Welcome to our Week 7 lesson in Fundamentals of Programming. Before we start, here are our objectives for this lesson. First, to understand how a program makes decisions based on condition. Second, to explain in the different conditional statements in Java like if else, if, nested if, and switch. Lastly, to describe how these conditional structures guide the flow of execution in a program. So let's go. Let's start with control structures. Control structures that allows us to change the ordering of how the statements in our programs are executed. Meaning, control structures allow us to manage the flow of a program instead of simply running from top to the bottom. The program follows the order we set through decision-making or repetition structure. And there are two types of control structures. First is decision control structures. Second, repetition control structures. Dito muna tayo sa first control structures, which is yung decision control structures. Para mas maintindihan natin, conditional control structures select specific sections of code to be executed. And bumibigay tayo ng halimbawa. Decision control structures decide what the program should do based on a condition. Halimbawa, kapag gumamit tayo ng if else if, nested if, at switch, pinapanatili natin yung program kung alin lang ang dapat niyang i-execute. Simple lang siya. Kapag may condition na true, yun lang ang i-run ng program. Kapag hindi siya true, doon papasok yung ibang conditions bilang backup para may output pa rin, kahit hindi natin nakuha yung hinahanap na sagot. For example, sa switch, isipin natin parang TV channel selector. May tatlo tayong choices. First, 1, EBS, 2, GMA, and 3 yung TV5. Kapag naglagay tayo ng default, yun yung gagana kapag wala sa choices yung input. So, kung yung user nag-input ng 3, ang lalabas na output ay TV5. Pero, kung nag-enter siya ng 4 or kahit anong number na wala sa choices, ang lalabas na output is channel not found. Dito naman tayo sa repetition control structures, meaning it allows to execute specific sections of the code of a number of times. Maintindihan pa natin, ang repetition control structures are codes that repeat until a condition is met. In short, parang do it again or multiple times. Usually, tatlo yung common na ginagamit dito: for loop, while loop, at do-while loop. Mag-start muna tayo sa for loop. For loop, ginagamit natin kapag alam na natin kung ilang beses uulit yung code ay magbibigay tayo ng halimbawa. Example, kung sabi ng teacher ay gumawa tayo ng 5 paper boats, magsisimula tayo sa 1 at matatapos sa 5. Sa code, pag tayo ay gumagawa, ganun din. Mag-start tayo sa 1 and end sa 5. Kaya controlled yung bilang ng pag-uulit. Dito naman tayo sa while loop. Ang best example na ibibigay natin dito ay kapag naglalagin tayo sa game. Paulit-ulit tayo maglalagay ng username hanggat tama na yung may input. Sa code, habang mali yung input, uulit-ulit lang siya. Kapag tama na, titigil na siya at magiging successful na ang login. If mali ang username, dun lang siya papasok sa loop at hihingi ng input. Do while loop naman tayo. Kahit unang input, tama o mali, gagawin muna ng program ang loop at least once bago i-check ang condition. Pero sa while loop, tinitingnan muna ang condition kaya pwedeng 0 attempt. Sa do while, laging may first attempt at pwede ulitin hanggang tama ang condition. Halimbawa, kapag nag-set tayo ng alarm at gusto nating snap o snooze sa do while, lalabas muna yung alarm at least once bago tignan ang choice mo. Kapag pinindot mo yung snooze, uulitin niya ulit hanggang pindutin mo na yung stop. And now, dito naman tayo magpo-focus sa ating topic na conditional control structures at iisa-isahin natin at ipaliliwanag ang types nito. And mag-i-start tayo sa if statement. Ano nga ba ang if statement? Statement specifies that a statement or block of code will be executed if and only if a certain Boolean statement is true. It executes a block of code only if a certain condition is true. Kita natin sa ating halimbawa, we only follow one condition, which is int grade equals 75. If it is less than 75, then the output is failed. We don't have any other output, only failed if it's less than 75. Ang next topic natin is if-else statement. Ano nga ba ang if-else statement? Ang if-else statement runs one block of code if the condition is true, but if it is false, it will run a different block instead. Ibig sabihin nito, pag nag-input tayo ng less than 75, papasok siya sa failed. But pag nag-input tayo ng higher than 75, then papasok siya sa pass. Here, dito na natin ipapasok sa if-else yung if. Dahil sa plain if ay walang else. Simply add the else part kapag ang grade ay higher than or equal to 75. Ito din sinasabi ko kanina, it will simply print pass. Kapag less than 75, ang output naman ay magiging failed. Dito naman tayo sa if-else, else-if statement. Makikita natin na pwede tayo maglagay ng sunod-sunod na conditions and that is its purpose. Una, chinecheck kung ang grade ay 75 pataas, then output ay magiging pass. Sakaling ang grade ay higit sa 100, output naman ay no grade is higher than 99. Kung wala sa condition, automatic na papasok sa else at magpiprint ng fail. Ang next type natin is nested if. Nested if is an if statement that is the target of another if or else. Nested if statements means an if statement inside an if statement. Yes, Java allows us to nest if statement within if statements. We can place an if statement inside another if statement. Nested if, the code first checks if the grade is 75 or higher to see if the student passed. Since the grade is 95, it prints pass. Because the student passed, the program goes to the nested if to check if the grade is 90 or above. Since 95 is also greater than or equal to 90, it prints with honors. The grade was below 75, the program will skip everything and directly print failed. In simple words, nested means something inside another. In general English, a nest is a bird's home and the egg is inside the nest. And in programming, a nested if is an if statement inside another if statement. The purpose of a nested if is to check more specific conditions after a main condition is already true. Lets the program make more detailed decisions step by step. Pinakalas natin is switch statement. Ano nga ba ang switch statement? In a switch, the program checks the value, looks for the matching case. Once it finds a match, it runs the code under that case. Hihinto lang siya kapag nakita niya na yung break. And ibig sabihin nun, lahat ng case, madadaanan niya hanggang tumapat sa kung anong in-input natin. Tapos, doon na siya mag-break. If wala namang tumugma sa kahit anong case na in-input natin, the program will go to the default block. Tulad ng hinalimbawa ko kanina sa switch statement. And that's all. I hope you learned something in an easy way through my explanation. Now we know what inside, decision, and repetition control structures in Java, and how conditions and loops work to control the flow of a program. And now we are done. Thank you for watching.